And I am, of course, Jigman Freud. I often mispronounce things, and I'm often referred to as the ugly American. We have Dangerous Danny with us today as well. Mr. Danny D. Uh, he's going to be knighted very soon. That he doesn't know that, and neither does the royal family. But I'm making the prediction. So, Danny, how are you, sir?
I'm very good, Jiggy. I'm very good. It's 10:30 or 10, sorry, 10 o'clock over here. So getting a bit late, getting a bit dark. We've just been told we're going to get thrown into another 4 weeks of national lockdown. So everyone's panic buying, and the shelves are empty in
Everybody's
supermarkets
panic
again.
buying.
And yeah, it's been a bit crazy. It's been a bit
Well,
crazy, but that's life.
even though it's crazy out there, it is not crazy today. We have a tremendous guest. Introduce us to our guest here, my friend.
Yep, from the UK, we have got with us today the wonderful Morgan Munro. How are you, Morgan?
I'm good, guys. Thank you for having me. How are you
Thank you very
guys?
much for coming on. It's great to have you here. We've got some great music to get through today, and we're going to have your tracks on shortly. But if you could just tell us a bit about yourself and what bracket you'd normally put your music into.
What bracket I would put on? Okay, so my name's Morgan Monroe. I am a singer-songwriter from Leicester, and I guess I would put myself in the R&B soul bracket. Yeah.
Cool.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So R&B. How does a fine young woman like you get wrapped up in singing R&B music and some of this music that I if I looked at you, I would not think you were an R&B singer.
What would you think I sing?
I would think you would be like a pop singer.
Really?
Yes. I wouldn't think of you
Okay.
as an R&B artist.
I guess it's just my upbringing, really. Like I've the main music that I've been around growing up has always been like very soulful music. So I don't know, I just kind of shoved into that lane.
Who are your inspirations? Who do you like listening to and taking inspiration from?
My inspirations when I was younger was definitely Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, like the big soul singers, Jasmine Sullivan as well. And then growing up now, and in like modern day times, it's more like the Frank Ocean, Solange Knowles, Daniel Caesar, those types of people.
Very cool. Very cool. And is there anyone out there you've would like to collaborate with? Have you got your eyes set on anybody particular, or in the sort of that's sort of putting out music at the moment?
Ooh. I'd love to do something with Coltrane.
Oh yeah.
There's an artist who I love. His name is Jay Warner. I'm itching to do something with him as well. Um, there's so many people, honestly. Yeah, I've not really done many collabs because I'm trying to focus on like just putting out my own first couple of projects. But yeah, I'm definitely looking to do some really good features in the future.
Cool. Now we're live across the United States via KJAG Radio. Have you been over to America before?
Actually, haven't, never.
Never. Well, you've got to get over it. It's a great place. If you wanted to go,
Yeah, definitely. It's on my checklist of things to do. Like I need to come to America.
whereabouts would you go?
New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, New York. That's like one place I've always wanted to go.
Oh, fair enough.
So with your music, what is your creative process like when you go to put your music together?
Usually I get sent beats and I just write to them at home. So I like to kind of start with I don't know, I do it differently. Like when I'm at home, I like to bounce off melodies and sort of try and feel out a subject. And then once I've got like a basis of an idea, then I go into the studio with the producer and then we kind of build the song together and work around it then.
Cool.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Mhm.
What's your team like? Who have you got around you? Who do you work with? And or do you change it for different tracks and different songs?
So I have an exec producer called TJ2%. He's amazing. And then I have like a few other producers who I work with on like just getting basis beats and like just trying to get like experiment with. I did a lot of experimenting and went to a lot of different studios of a lot of different producers like, I don't know, a year or two ago. And through that, I kind of found like who I work well with, who I don't, like which relationships fit, which music fits with those people. So now I have like my few producers who I know I can always go to work with, and we always come up with something sick.
Cool. Now, your latest track, I hope I've got this right, it's Who the F. We obviously can't say it because we're on radio. But, well, you can say it in America, I'm sure, but we can't. So
not...
edit it out.
Yeah.
Version. So, this has just come out, am I right? If I'm right in thinking, was it?
On
How's
Friday.
How's that going, and what's the feedback been like?
It's going really well. So I don't know if you know, but the EP that, well, I put a couple of singles out that are leading to an EP, and the EP was actually available in an original format last year. So a few of the songs have been reproduced, and this one actually was not one of the songs that was reproduced. So this song was already out last year. So to come out now again, it's doing really well. I would say it's doing a lot better than it did come out before, because I'm in a much better place now for it to be received better. But yeah, it's still early days. It's been out for 2 days. I've had a few blog reviews and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just going to see how it goes. It's very early still.
Fantastic.
Cool.
Well, we are going to do this. We are going to play this track. And we're going to put these guys on hold here on the old Skip Skype, and we'll be back here in just a few seconds. And this is Who the F? Morgan Monroe.
Trying to figure out who you really think you are. You're trying to sell the world to me, I just wanna get a drink at the bar. Ain't trying to give you my heart, cause you don't want it anyway. I put it in a jar, threw it to Mars, and now my love is far away. So if you're really on it, we can go to space. Roll it up and light it, we could fly away. I wasn't gonna get high today, but if you wanna get high with me, then we might as well get this out the way. I hope you ain't thinking this will escalate, cause I'm out of this world, darling. Next thing you know, you'll be falling. Mindset so womanly, got that power making knees go weak. I'm a queen in my own right, I ain't got time for the bull. Should be talking, and I know you rehearsed it, but I just walked in. You gotta give me a minute. I ain't even sat down, wait a minute. Ain't even put my back down for a minute, and you're already out here speaking before you think. Not even listening, just trying to buy all my drinks. Still trying to figure out who the fuck you think you are. You're trying to sell the world to me, I just wanna get a drink at the bar. Ain't trying to give you my heart, cause you don't want it anyway. I put it in a jar, threw it to Mars, and now my love is far away. Saying that you like me, you just like the idea of having me in your bed. I can see you undressing me in your head. Why am I gonna take your number? I'll just block it anyway. You gotta come with something I ain't seen yet. Not the same lies and other guys did already today. Yeah, you might as well be reading from the same script. Give it up, cause right now you're just the same as all those other guys, and every single one of them got denied. That's right, cause you're just the same as all those other guys, and every single one of them got denied. I am a challenge if you choose to rise. You got a finesse if you want us to fly. Wait a minute, still trying to figure out who the think trying to sell the world to me. I just wanna get a drink at the bar. Ain't trying to give you my heart, cause you don't want it anyway. I put it in a jar, threw it to Mars, and now my love is far away. So if you're ready on it, we can go to space. Roll it up and light it, we could fly away. So high, so high. I wasn't gonna get high today. I.
Wow. That's all I got to say. Wow. So we go back to we go back across the pond. I just like saying that. And we go back over to Morgan and Danny, and holy smokes. You have one of those voices that if I would like be walking down the streets and like hear in like a club, I would be like, I got to go see who this is. You have got one of those great voices. When did you know that you were destined to be a musician?
I don't know, I think I've been singing since I was very, very little, and I think it just became apparent that like this is what I love to do. This is what makes me happy. This is like something that I always keep coming back to and back to the older and older I get. So it was just inevitable, really.
Cool.
Just amazing.
Thank you.
What have you been doing recently? Have you been able to do any live performances or anything like that?
Yeah, so I actually just had my first live show of the whole year yesterday, after like, what's it been, like 9 months? I think.
Yeah.
No, I think almost just a full year, because the last show I think was in November. So it was really good, and then I basically came off stage and got told that we're going back into lockdown, and now I can't do any more performances.
Oh dear, where was that? Where were you performing?
It was at the Too Funky Music Cafe. The event was called Still I Rise, and it was for basically to celebrate the end of Black History Month.
Oh yeah, Still I Rise. That's Lewis Hamilton's motto, isn't it? Still I Rise. Mm-hmm. Was there many people turning out for that? Was it a good event?
Yeah, well, obviously, like, venues' capacities have had to go down due to COVID, so it was a sold-out event. Yeah, it was a sold-out event, but it didn't feel like it was packed. Like, it wasn't that fun. But it still was a good show.
Good. What's your favourite song to perform?
That's a tough one. It depends on what mood I'm in, to be honest. I would say Mama Taught Me is always a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what if you could replace anyone in the music industry with you? Who would you do it? Who would get the axe and you would get their spot?
Who each?
Do they have to be like? You mean like if they're similar to me, or just at the stage of their success?
Both, I guess. It's whichever you prefer.
I would say probably I'm gonna go with Solange Knowles.
Awesome.
I love her music, and she's like very successful in my eyes.
Fantastic. So, tell us about this next track we're going to hear here in a few moments.
Which one did you play first?
Well, we played Who the F, which is fantastic. And we have Mama Taught Me coming up. Tell me a little bit about this track. Tell me and Mr. Danny here a little bit about it.
Mama Taught Me is like my baby track. It's the first track that I wrote for the EP. This is the one that I said was my favourite one to perform as well. It's basically a breakup or a heartbreak song, but it's not your typical breakup or heartbreak song, because it has like a positive outcome still.
Have you got a video for this one, Morgan?
I have, yeah. It's out on YouTube.
And is there a video coming out for the first track we played, Who the F?
That's out as well already. Yeah. It came out 2 years ago with the song.
Great. So we've got music videos of both of these tracks.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to do this. We're going to put you on hold and be back with you here in just a few moments. And we are going to play this track. And it's coming up here on International Live. Mama Taught Me.
Been thinking lately, I have not been myself. Caught up in this lie. He don't take me out. Memories made how? If he's not in my bed, then he's all over town. He's making me down. He twists my words around. He's f***ing with my mind. Mama taught me don't take any. That's not how you treat a lady. Please stay in control. Stay in control. Stay in control. Made a few mistakes. Learned your lessons fast. Girl, don't be naive. Forever, never last. Mama taught me don't. Mama taught me don't. Girl, I know you thought about that wedding dress you'll fit in the house you gonna live in with your pretty unborn children. But take a minute, reevaluate. Dealing with please knock some sense into your head and realize you're worth more than this. Mama taught me don't. Better off alone than with someone who treats you. Stand up on your own 2 feet and show 'em who's the boss. Mama taught me don't. Mama taught me don't. Mama taught me don't. Mama taught me don't.
Wow. She is tremendous. She can do anything, my friend. I'm waiting for her to run for public office. Good Lord. That is a tremendous track. Morgan is back with us here. Is there anything you can't do? When are you going to be running for public office or starring on a Netflix show?
No, I'm just going to stick to the singing.
Because your voice, you can do all sorts of, just from one track to the other. You can do amazing things with your voice.
Thank you. Yeah, I try to challenge myself in the voice. I don't like, in my songs, I don't like to play it safe.
Can you tell Jiggy about the success you had with the track that was on FIFA? I know it was a while ago, but I think I love it. I really love that track. And
So, I have a friend who's also a music artist. He's a rapper from Leicester called Kamikaze, and he basically got me on one of his songs. So I was singing the chorus. I was like featuring on it, and it ended up getting on the FIFA playlist for 2020, and it was on the FIFA. So when people was playing FIFA 2020, they was hearing my song.
That's fantastic.
It's a huge deal over here. That is honestly, it's a
Yes.
huge game. Everybody's on it. And you know what? I'm gonna have to try and pull a string, and you're gonna have to have a word with Kamikaze and see if he'll come on the show for us, Morgan,
can do
one
that.
day. That'd be
Okay.
awesome.
I it looked like she was getting ready to text him right now. My God. But so Morgan, where do you see yourself in 5 years with this music thing?
Hopefully, Jiggy. World domination. That's what I'm aiming for.
And we'll accept nothing less.
Exactly.
Go for it. You've definitely got the voice.
Yeah.
Where can people find you on social media, Morgan?
So you can find me everywhere. It's the same apart from Instagram. So all of it is Morgan Monroe, MorganMunroe. The only thing that's different is the Instagram, which is Morgan Monroe Official.
And all your music, that's, I assume, available on all the various streaming networks?
Yeah, everywhere, all
And that's-
platforms.
Who the F, Mama Taught Me, those two recently been re-released and released. They're all
Yeah.
out and streamable. Plus you've got other tracks you've done, I assume, is
Yeah.
all under there as well, yeah?
Yeah, and then my EP will be out on the 11th of November.
Much planned for the new year?
Yeah, new material, new projects out. That's what I'm aiming for.
Good, so we'll have to get you back on then, hopefully sometime late January, February, and see what you've been up to.
Yeah, definitely.
That's cool.
Well, fantastic. Well, before we let you go, where can people buy your music, stream your music, all the stuff? I want to make sure that everybody knows how they can get a hold of you.
So they're out everywhere: iTunes, Spotify, YouTube. If you don't want to search for me, you can just head to my Instagram and go to the link in my bio, because that's got all of the links to my works in there.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Well, good stuff. Well, I appreciate it, my friend. You are pretty damn amazing, and thanks for joining us today.
No worries. Thank you for having me, guys.
Thank you.
Definitely. Have
Take
yourself
care.
a wonderful day. And there she goes. And Danny, you just continue to find these
I know.
these people that are like diamonds in the rough. I'm like, where do they come from? This is
Honestly,
great.
I am feeling really pleased in myself because we've had some couple of great guests on recently, and they've all been fairly local as well, which is I find amazing. And yeah, it's really great. We've had some fantastic guests. Really pleased. Just hope we can keep it going. I think that was guest 17. I had a little count earlier to see how many we've done. So yeah, that's not bad.
That's
about
awesome.
8.5 hours
That's awesome.
material.
So we are going to go to our next guest. He will hopefully join us officially here on the old Skip Skype here in just a few moments. But while we are waiting on our next guest to join us, how do people listen to the program in the United Kingdom, my friend?
Yeah, well, this show gets replayed in the UK on Fridays on Leicester 107.5 FM, and that's during the drive time hour, 5 till 6 p.m.
Fantastic. Well, we've got our next guest joining us. I don't know where he's taking us, but we've got him on Skype here. And sir, go ahead and give us a brief introduction on yourself. Tell me and Danny and our audience in the United Kingdom and across the globe who you are and how we get a hold of you online, sir.
Okay, my name is Becary Washington. I am out of Wichita, Kansas, the 316 Midwest, and I am a Christian artist, Christian rapper and singer. And you can find me on all social media platforms at Becary Washington.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Are you on Twitter as well? Is that on Twitter?
I'm on Twitter. That's for every site. Becary Washington. You type that
Look
in.
at that.
Type in, you'll find me.
You did your marketing. Good job.
Yes. Got to, man. You got to brand yourself correctly.
So, how did you get started doing this music thing?
Honestly, I've been doing it since I was 6. It started off in the church as a kid. You know, you really don't know you have a gift until you actually grow up. I was a secular artist before I became a Christian artist, so I was in the music game for a while doing secular music before I converted over. So, honestly, man, in the whole, I've been doing this for a long time, and I just realized I was doing it for the wrong cause, if you get what I'm saying.
That's
Which is,
fantastic.
to me, instead of helping my youth, I was poisoning them and helping the toxic continue to go around in the air. And I felt like God really gave me a gift to use for Him, and I wasn't using it for Him. So now that I took my time to understand how to build a relationship with Him, it changed my life in a whole nother aspect.
That's very
Fantastic.
cool.
Thanks, man.
Whereabouts in the US are you?
I'm in the Midwest. I'm in Kansas. I'm originally from Florida, but I moved up here 3 years ago, and now I'm a Kansas native. I love it here. I love my people here, and it's a beautiful area, man.
Do you have any sort of is there anyone to sort of look up to in the sort of Christian rap world?
Honestly, no, bro. I mean, I heard about Lecrae them, but I don't look at it to look up. I look at it as more of, I look at their message and ministry of what they're doing. I don't do it as a compare and contrast. I
Sure.
do it more of as a worshiper. I take my time to worship on their end, and I don't ever want to compare how they may, how God connects with them and that. Honestly, for me, bro, my development on this alone literally came from re-entering myself as a church in the church and doing it as my own as a man, and God took me through my own steps of being where I am today. Like, quick example, I only been used to doing tracks when I first started out 3 years ago. When I came into the church, I had to do things with live instruments, so I was never used to that. So that was kind of the change I
Yep.
was going through and learning and understanding when I thought I knew it all and I don't. So
Yeah, so I was just wondering if those people you took influence from, because obviously it's not what you'd call a very publicized marketplace. You
right.
don't see Christian rap on, MTV and stuff like that really. So that was really where I was coming from with that question. But what is your creative process like? What's your sort of steps when you're making music?
Uh, my processes are usually, before I ever write a song, I make sure that it's something pertaining towards the youth that they'll actually gravitate towards, but really have a strong message. Now, if I can continue to do things the way that I have been doing it, I have a prayer team that I go through, honestly, before I do finish my songs. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I do have certain steps that I do in order before I release a song, just because I felt like people were placed in my life for certain reasons to help me get the right green light instead of me just going off my own emotions, pretty much.
That's
So
tremendous.
that's literally what I take in mind. Honestly, bro, I just take the fact that God placed these people here to protect me and want to see me do good. And when they know that I'm stirring away, they stir me right back on track. So that's really how it works for me and my process of music. So.
That is fantastic. So you have a music video, which is how I got wind of you, that has been circulating all over YouTube and Facebook and these places. Tell me and Danny a little bit about this music video you've got out there.
Well, the music video I have out now, which everybody can watch on YouTube, it's available. It's called I Am Becary Washington Can't Tell Me, featuring Plainview. This literally came about, I was going through a lot of things in my personal life. And I called my friend Plainview. Was like, hey, I need to come to the studio. I got a lot on my heart and my mind. I need to get off. So we sat there and we fellowshipped and we talked. And he told me, hey, just go in the booth, let it out, go lay it out. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to go do that. And when I did that, next thing you know, he wanted to jump on the track because he was like, yo, this is going to be amazing. And then from then and there, he jumped on the track. And he's a secular artist, by the way. So for me, that was also a sign saying, hey, it doesn't matter what you do.
Yep.
They can respect and, be on the same page as you. So
Yep.
for me, it all just started happening, and it was a beautiful thing. And then from there, we planned on the video. The video has a lot more meaning, which this week I will be releasing an explanation video about my video, of what it stands for in more depth and detail, so the audience will be able to see. I wanted everybody to get their own genuine account of what they think it's about, and then I'm going to actually let them know what it's about this following week, which I'm excited
Wow.
about.
That's
Well,
pretty
I missed the
amazing.
video. but I'm definitely going to check
Make
that
sure
out.
you watch it, man. Listen, make
Yeah.
sure you watch it. You're gonna
Can't
have it
tell
on
me.
replay.
I love the track.
Thanks, bro. Thank you.
Really
so
enjoyed listening
much.
to the track, and we're going to have that on in a minute, I think.
Yes, we're going to play that here in just a few moments. I guess before we get to that, how do people find you on social media and everything so we can send people your way?
Honestly, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, IG.
Fantastic.
It all is. I am Becary Washington. IamBacarieWashington. I am Becary Washington. You type that in, you Google that in, I promise I will pop up. That's the best way to find me is on Google.
Fantastic. Well, we are going to do this. We are going to play this track. And I appreciate you being with us. Just give me a few seconds. I'm going to place you on hold, and we will be back with you. And we are going to play the rest of this track. Here it is. It's fantastic.
You wasn't around, I had my hand out, and you wasn't about. Yeah, you talking bad on my name. You thought I'd never make it back a day. Now I'm back now, and God done blessed me to get off the leash. I got it now, and I ain't hearing all the drama. What I'm really about, I'm about getting to the commas. I pay my 10%, ain't worried about no drama. Thank God that they changed my ways, cause if I was the old me, you wouldn't be around. Thank God that they changed my ways. Cause you wouldn't be around. I hear them talking, don't care what they saying. All these allegations, man, these false sayings. You get it up on my face, what I'm saying. Keep the drama on my face, what I'm saying. I hear them talking, I don't care what they talking about. I hear them talking, I don't care what they talking about. I hear them talking, I don't care what they talking about. I hear them talking, I don't care what they talking about.
It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Making myself better like a renovation. I saw this shit coming like a revelation. Made a promise to myself that I gotta make it. I bow my head and seen her go. I gave my life up for the goal. I seen her white like the snow. If you don't preach to your people, they won't know. I owe my life to the people who didn't fall. All I needed was a little bit of days. I was rolling with my big bro. Still drop a tear when I think about my dead bros. This how I been feeling, gotta tighten up my schedule. When I get alone, I be feeling all this pressure.
I hear them talking, I don't care what they talking about. I hear them talking, I don't care what they talking about. I hear them talking, I don't care what they talking about. I hear them talking, I don't care what they talking about.
That is Becary Washington, and we're back here with him and Danny D. And Danny, that track is pretty damn amazing, my friend.
Yeah, I really like that track. Got the chance to listen to it earlier, and can't wait to check out the video. So I'll definitely be searching "Can't Tell Me" on YouTube later tonight.
So, your creative process, Becary, what is that like?
The creative process is normally, like I said, I go through a couple beats I like.
Yeah.
I have a beat maker that I personally deal with. His name is C Note. So if you guys ever need beats, look up a guy named C Note. Best beat maker in the game.
I think I've interviewed C Note at one point or another. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's awesome, man. He's a good soul and a hard worker. But I usually get my beats from him. I'll go through. I find a couple beats I like, and then I just do my thought process. Really, just analyze the beat, figure out what I want to say, and really touch on topics that need to be touched on. I really just like for my songs to have meaning and keep God first in everything that I do, so people know that. And also for my name, for people don't know, they wonder why I am. If for the people that don't know the Bible, God says in the Bible, I am who I am, which means, he accepts you for who you are. So for me, the wording in the beginning stands for God. So I want people to know that I put God first before myself in everything that I do. That's why it's I am. I don't want them to think that I'm trying to say, oh, I am Becary for a meaning. No, it's I am because God comes first in everything that I do. And
That's
I come
fantastic. That's fantastic.
But yeah, that's my process usually, guys.
When you're not doing music, what do you find yourself doing? Have you got any hobbies?
Yeah, man. I have 3 kids, so I'm a full-time, dad. I spend a lot of times with my babies, feeding into their lives, and I do a lot of community work. I was in jail 4 years ago, and I had to do a year, and from that, it really changed my life in a way to really
Wow.
reach out to other people that's still in there. So I do a lot of prison ministry as well. Um, I do a lot of community work. I just started dealing with my brother. I don't know if you ever heard of PC Patton. Very good guy.
Oh yeah, I know PC Patton well. He's great.
Yes, man. He's a big spiritual brother of mine that really been supporting me on my journey and just being there. And we're also from the same home state, which is Florida. So we have a lot of things in common. And he's been introducing me to his team, and they cater to the community, literally the homeless. And I've been getting involved with that. And I'm just excited. So that's really what I do in my spare time, really just feeding the other people's lives and serve, man. That's the only way you're gonna get your blessing.
Absolutely.
Tremendous, tremendous. So this next track that we have here from you is amazing as well. Tell us a little bit about this. New to Kansas.
Well, new to Kansas for me is these 3 years I've been here. I felt like I've been underestimated, and a lot of people don't understand what I'm talking about in my message. So when I made New to Kansas, I've been here for 3 years. It was more of like, hey, it's time for you guys to recognize who I'm carrying, who name I'm talking about, and I'm done being quiet. So that's really what it's about. I'm coming to praise God in every way possible. You guys can't shut me up, and if you try to, I'm going to come harder at you.
That's great. That's great. Well, we're going to do this. We're going to put you on hold. We're going to play the track, and then we'll come back. And here we go. It's Becary, Washington, and it's here on International Live.
And they still don't know who I am. I think it's time to turn the flame up on them. Ice cream, bring that ice, boy. Oh my gosh, I was lost, now I'm found, now I'm found. Oh my gosh, I was lost, now I'm found. Hey, okay. Changing the mood, I'm in pursuit, just playing it cool, cause that's what I do. When times getting chilly and I want a milli, whenever I step in, I warm up the booth. I'm from the dub, but I'm on go. You told me your note, just go with the flow. I'm led by the spirit, I'm bringing them near. I look in the mirror, I look and I'm serious. Cause I ain't been here and I'm driving a car without bearing the steer. Why are you curious? Looking at me like you're talking mysterious. Ain't nothing to prove, showing the truth. Look at his hands on my life, masseuse. So we can't lose, seeking the truth, speaking the truth. Reaching to you like you reach for your phone, notification. Cause I have a message, patiently waiting, confessing my sins. Bet that, placing these wages, ain't taking fave, not preaching no favor. We turning tables, new chapter life, and we turning pages. You're chilling with me, and I'm probably gonna ask you what's up with your faith, and do you believe? Keep it 100 about your belief. You special to God, the reason we breathe, the season in need, providing our food. We acting rude, we caught with a tool, and this is the mood. Wake up from my sleep, wipe the drool off, plot the moves, cause that's what you do. Oh my gosh, I was lost, now I'm found, now I'm found. Oh my gosh, I was lost, now I'm found, now I'm found. Oh my gosh, I was lost, now I'm found, now I'm found. Oh my gosh, I was lost, now I'm found, now I'm found.
Tremendous, tremendous track. It is Becary, Washington, and you can find him on social media. I am Becary, Washington, and we are back with Becary, and we're also back with Danny as well. And Danny, Becary is not like your typical artist. He is just a whole, I guess to use an old expression, just a completely different level. He's great.
He's a really nice guy, and he's got some really great music, and it makes me want to come to Kansas.
Hey, come on, I got a room for you, bro.
The weather's got to be better. Well, it's funny. I was looking at flights to America because I was thinking to myself, I've got to get back out there soon, and it's like they're so cheap at the moment, because of all. There's no one.
Oh yeah.
No one's getting flights.
No one's going on these planes.
And I don't think we can go to
If you're ever
America.
down to Kansas, give me a ring. I got you, bro.
Thank you. I'll definitely give you a shout. And likewise, if you guys get over to the UK,
Oh, trust me,
I'll
one
be
day
at
I'm
the
going to
airport.
be over there, and I am going to take that offer up.
You give me a shout, bro. Definitely. Definitely. What have you got much coming up?
I actually have 2 shows coming up. I have, I believe one of the places called Barleycorns.
Oh, yes. Yes. I've been there many a times.
Yes, I'll be there on the 28th, and on the 27th, there is a new art gallery that just opened out here that my manager, Socialite, is actually hosting for.
Wow.
And I'll be performing there as well. So I have 2 events coming up, and then I got a lot going on, man. I'll be shooting a video this month. But as far as event shows, those are 2 things I'm looking forward this month coming up, because I take my show so serious. I love to give people a genuine and great experience
awesome.
every time, man. Every time.
That's
Nothing
awesome.
beats that feeling when you're on the stage, whether you're an artist or even a DJ like me. It's fantastic, especially when everyone's buying into what you're doing and everyone's enjoying it.
Yeah, I love live bands. I don't do tracks anymore. If it's not a live band, then you're not gonna catch me up there. Even like here new to Kansas with a band is so much different too, and just the sound. So if anybody's on here and you're in America or Kansas and you want to see a good show by me, come to Barleycorn. You won't want to miss it the 28th.
So what was the adjustment like from the song, doing tracks to music, to having a band?
Can you say that one more time?
No, the adjustment from doing it with tracks to having a live band.
Oh, the adjustments.
Yeah.
Man, it was a big adjustment. I never used an earpiece in my ear before to actually hear myself and hear the band and a lot of other things. So it was a big adjustment for me. Knowing that when you're with a band, it's not timed. Like the band follows you, you don't follow them. So that was learning too. It's really like being an orchestrator. So in a track, it's more simpler because it's already laid out for you. With a band, you're actually creating every step of the way, especially when you're when you're doing different things. So that's my thing with the band I love doing, and I just don't want to go ever back to a track when it comes to doing live performances. But as far as that, man, it was a big transition. Just even when you think that with a track, like your words are already laid out.
Yeah.
In a band, you might have to do it a little different. You know what I'm saying? You might have to slow your words down. You can switch it up. There's a lot of ways that you can play with it. So honestly, it's just depending on the delivery I want to bring, and I just put in that work.
It's got to be more fun as well in the band, right?
Oh, yeah. Listen. Oh, my gosh, bro. Listen, I love it. I tell my drummer, everybody get their solo like 10 times. I don't care. Like, break it down. But, yeah, I love it, guys.
Becary, Washington with us today, and he joins us live here on International Live, also joining us on kjagradio.com as well. So that music video that we were talking about earlier, tell me and Danny a little bit about all the production process and what that was like.
Okay, so it was all a one-day shoot. It was basically from early in the morning till late at night. I had a clothing designer. I don't know if you heard of him. He's out of Wichita, Kansas. His name is Eddie Legacy.
Oh, yeah. I'm actually supposed to interview that guy in a couple weeks.
Listen, Eddie that's my brother, man. Like, this dude he's the one that put together my outfits. And the reason that he was chosen because he's not scared to think outside the box at all. And I love that about anybody that's passionate about their art. If you got the same love, I'm going to put the same energy in you just like anything else. So with him, he was my clothing designer. White Owl Night Films, Night Owl Films. Get their name right. They are the ones that shot my video. And, man, Sam Breeden, which is one of the guys, and Arnold is the other guy.
Yeah.
Are literally like big brothers to me, man. So to have them do it for me was like a great experience, man. It's like your brothers making sure that they give you the best work. You know what I'm saying? It's like you pay people and then you have to worry, but when you have your art in family hands that know they're going to take care of you, then you have no worries, and that's what they brought. So honestly, it was a fun process, man. I was with my family. I was with people that had good energy, people that want to be creative and let their light shine, and we all knew that we provided something great to the experience, and I was just blessed to have them be a part of it, because these are people that I feel like we would have never been connected if certain things weren't meant and lined up. So I'm happy it happened the way it did, and it came out the way it did, and it just shows me it's going to be more great things to come in the future.
Absolutely. Good stuff. What would you say the best bit of advice is you've been given?
Honestly, bro, you ready? I don't want to give this to the world, but I'm going to give it to them today. I'm not going to be selfish. Be genuine. Treat everybody like a human. When you come in front of somebody, be humble, but also care about them before you care about yourself. Because that's how you get the best love out of anything, when you don't make it about you. You know what I'm saying? And that's honestly how it's been with every interaction, anybody that meet me. I'd rather know about you than you know about me. I'd rather feed into your life than you worried about feeding into me first. Because if I feed into you, then everything else will happen naturally, I feel. So,
Good advice.
that's where it is.
Good advice.
Oh, yeah. Well, Becary, you have been amazing. Thank you for doing this, brother. You definitely are one of the good guys. Thanks for doing this.
Well, thanks, man. Thanks. I'm just trying to, send the love out, brothers. Just send the love out.
Well, look, we'll find you and follow you on social media, and we'll include you in all our retweets when we're replaying the show in the UK. Yeah, and thanks again for coming on. You've been a great guest.
Hey, no, thank you guys for thinking about me. I want to say you guys keep doing this, and just like we talk, you're gonna be bigger than the Breakfast Club really soon. Just keep that mindset, brother. Keep on rocking.
Absolutely.
Don't let folks hear that. Your reputation will be ruined. But thank you.
Hey, they'll be all right. They'll be okay. You're gonna bring the heat.
Thank you, Becary. Appreciate it, brother.
No problem.
Thank you. There he goes, Becary, Washington. He is great. What did you think of him, Danny?
Yeah, really, really nice guy. Really genuine guy, full of love. Really in a happy place, and he's got some great music. And he's clearly focused, and he's got good people around him. So it's exciting to see what's coming up. And coming out and see how well these tracks do, especially Can't Tell Me. Really like that one, so I'll be definitely checking YouTube later on to see what that sounds like.
Well,
see what the video looks like. So
yes,
I know what it sounds like.
Yes. Well, Danny, as we wrap up here on the show this week, how do people find you online and listen to the show in the UK and everything else?
Yeah, if you want to find me online, you can look for me on Insta, which is DannyD213, and the show will be replayed or be played now if you're listening on Letter 107.5 FM on Friday between 5 and 6 p.m. And just a big shout out to obviously all our listeners across the US and at home here in the UK as well. Many thanks for tuning in, and I hope you're enjoying all of these interviews and new music. We've been on quite a good roll. Yes.
Well, Danny, I appreciate it, and I will talk to you next week. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. There he goes, Danny D.